Okay, good morning, children, all of you. Okay, fine, thank you, children. How are you? Okay, right. So, already in previous class, we discussed the first unit, a reading attitude is altitudes, vocabulary, bits. Today, we are going to discuss the grammar part or grammar session. In this session, we are going to discuss defining and non-defining relative clauses. Okay, children, what are we going to discuss? Defining and non-defining relative clauses. Okay, so already you know what is the clause. Okay, children, we are going to discuss in this session as a grammar part defining and non-defining relative clause. Okay, children. So already you know what is clause. Clause means a group of words that includes a subject and verb forming a sentence or part of a sentence. A clause is group of words that makes a sense. Means what is clause? A group of words that includes a subject and there must be a verb. Verb means action word. And there may be other part of the sentence also be there and it gives complete meaning. Okay. And there may be one clause in a sentence or more than one clauses in a sentence. For example, I am eating a banana. So is there subject or not? Who is the subject? I. The pronoun I is the subject. And the verb am is helping verb and eating is main verb. So I am eating also it is a clause. Like that there are so many clauses. And there may be more than one clauses in a sentence. And the clause gives complete sense, means complete meaning. A relative clause is usually introduced by words such as who, whom, where, which, that, etc. These words are called relative pronouns. They are looking like WH question words, even though we are using them as pronouns. Relative pronouns means related to the noun. Okay. Usually a relative clause modifies the noun or pronoun that goes before it, which is called antecedent. An antecedent means an earlier word, phrase or clause to which a following pronouns refer back. Okay, so what does it say? Relative clause modifies means changes or gives extra meaning to the noun or pronoun. Always there may not come the noun. In place of noun, there may be pronoun also comes. Okay, children. Okay, for example, the woman, observe the example 1. The woman who taught him surfing had been bitten by a shark, defining relative clause. Okay, the woman who taught him surfing had been bitten by a shark, defining relative clause. We may shortcut into DRC, stands for defining relative clause. In this sentence, the woman means antecedent, means which word, which pronoun or noun comes before the relative pronoun, that is called antecedent, means which word comes before. And the second part started from who. So the remaining part, who taught him surfing had been bitten by a shark. So this is relative clause. Okay. So the woman who taught him surfing had been bitten by a shark. This is totally the relative clause is called defining relative clause. Which part is defining relative clause here? Who to shark. Okay. Next, observe the second example. Nick, comma, who was teased and bullied, comma. So you observe, children, in this sentence, after the Nick means noun here, the relative pronoun. Before the relative pronoun, what is there? A comma. And who was teased and bullied. So this is a clause, comma. So who to bullied, there is a comma. After that, had an electric wheelchair for mobility. So this is called non-defining relative clause, NDRC, from where who to bullied. So here the relative pronoun is used who, before the who is there, Nick. So Nick is antecedent here, ante relative pronoun ku munduga vacheyatuvanti noun. And who was teased and bullied, this is non-defining relative clause. Okay children, so what difference do you notice between example or sentence 1 and 2? Are there any differences or not? Okay children, in example 1, the relative clause defines the woman. It is a defining relative clause. Okay. In example or sentence 2, the relative clause adds extra information about Nick. If we remove the relative clause part from the sentence, the remaining part gives complete meaning. Okay. This is a non-defining relative clause. Okay children. A non-defining relative clause is preceded and followed by a comma or hyphen. In whatever example is given, what did we put there? We place or put comma before the relative pronoun and after the clause completed. So the clause is between the commas. Okay, that is called a non-defining relative clause. So, for example, the brave 26-year-old dash hyphen means small dash, who is mainly Tasso. Here also small dash. We may place in place of hyphen or dash comma also. Some examples are in some sentences. He may give the dash or hyphen also. So here once again, the brave 26-year-old hyphen, who is mainly Tasso hyphen, plays football and golf, swims and surf. Okay children. So this same example we may write like this. The brave 26-year-old, comma, who is mainly Tasso, comma, plays football and golf, swims and surf. Okay. So what did you observe? There is no pause or comma. Pause means small stop. There is no pause or comma before and after defining relative clause. Defining relative clause ఎప్పుడైతే ఉపయోగించబడుతుందో ఆ సెంటెన్స్ లో కామా గాని పాజ్ ఇక్కడ స్మాల్ డాష్ లేదా హైఫన్ గాని ఉండదు. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ వన్ మోర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. The first example, the woman who taught him surfing had been bitten by a shark. Okay children, but there is a pause or comma before and after non-defining relative clause. You may observe the same example of the above. The woman, comma, who taught him surfing, comma, had been bitten by a shark. Okay, so how did it change? Simply by commas it changed into non-defining relative clause. Okay, so we can change the defining relative clause into non-defining relative clause simply by placing or putting commas or hyphens before and after the relative clause. Okay children, since commas or hyphens change a defining relative clause into a non-defining relative clause, we should be very careful when we write sentences containing such clauses. So why we have to be very careful? Because these clauses completely give the meaning is different. The defining relative clause meaning is differs to non-defining relative clause. Children, let us observe. Okay, let us take one more example. My brother, comma, who lives in Hyderabad is a doctor. So my brother, comma, we may place in place of comma hyphen also. Who lives in Hyderabad is a doctor. Okay. So you may observe how many persons are there? Only one person. How many brothers do I have? Only one brother. This comes under non-defining relative clause. How can we identify whether it is defining or non-defining relative clause? Simply by noticing the commas or hyphens before and after the relative clause. So you observe, children, this comes, what comes? My brother, comma, who lives in Hyderabad, comma, is a doctor. So here this is non-defining relative clause. We may say NDRC shortcut. This sentence with a NDC means indicates that I have only one brother. How many brothers do I have? Only one brother. He is a doctor and lives Hyderabad. Okay. How many brothers do I have? Only వన్ బ్రదర్. అంటే ఒకరి గురించి చెప్పేది. ఓకేనా? అంటే వాట్ ఈస్ ఇట్ గివింగ్? ఇట్ ఈస్ గివింగ్ ఎక్స్ట్రా ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ అబౌట్ ద మై బ్రదర్. నాకు బ్రదర్ అంటే అన్న ఒక్కడే ఉన్నాడు, అతని గురించి ఏం చేస్తుంది? ఎక్స్ట్రా అడిషనల్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఇట్ ఈస్ గివింగ్. వాట్ ఈస్ గివింగ్? ఎక్స్ట్రా ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్, the non-defining relative clause who lives in Hyderabad. If we remove, it gives sense. For example, without non-defining relative clause, I read it. My brother is a doctor. Is it giving sense or meaning or not? Okay, children? Yes. My brother is a doctor. This is also complete sentence. So, what are we doing? సో నాకు ఒక బ్రదర్ ఉన్నాడు, అతడు ఎక్కడ ఉంటాడు? హైదరాబాద్లో ఉంటాడని చెప్తున్నాను. ఈ హైదరాబాద్లో ఉంటాడు అని తీసేసినా కూడా అది పూర్తి మీనింగ్ ఇస్తుంది. ఓకేనా? సో కాబట్టి నాన్ డిఫైనింగ్ రిలేటివ్ క్లాజ్ అనేది ఒకరి గురించి అదనపు సమాచారం. డిఫైనింగ్ మీన్స్ డిస్క్రైబింగ్ ఆర్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయినింగ్ ఆర్ గివింగ్ మోర్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్. ఓకే. సో యూ హ్యావ్ టు సింప్లీ కీప్ ఇన్ యువర్ మైండ్, if there is NDRC, we are going to learn or know about only one person. Okay, children. So we may change the same sentence into defining relative clause. Okay, by removing commas before and after the relative clause or relative clause part of the sentence. So how can we change NDRC into DRC? Simply removing the commas or hyphens. For example, same example, my brother who lives in Hyderabad is a doctor. Is there any changes? The sentence is same. Simply we removed or deleted the punctuation marks before and after the relative clause. Okay, children. In this sentence with a defining relative clause, so makes clear that I have two or more brothers. If I repeat the same sentence without commas, it changed into defining relative clause. So what is its mean? Its mean I have two or more brothers. అంటే అందరికంటే ఇద్దరు లేదా అందరికంటే అందరిలో ఒకరి గురించి చెప్పేటువంటి దాన్ని డిఫైనింగ్ రిలేటివ్ క్లాస్. ఓకేనా? I have three brothers. For example, the explanation of the above. I have three brothers. One brother lives in Hyderabad and he is a doctor. The remaining two brothers do other jobs. ఓకేనా? అంటే మాకు ముగ్గురు అన్నదమ్ములు ఉన్నారు, అందులో ఒకడు ఏం చేస్తాడు? హైదరాబాద్లో ఉంటాడు, హైదరాబాద్లో ఉండే అతను డాక్టర్ చేస్తాడు అని చెప్పేసి. ఓకేనా? Is it clear, children? NDRs means only one brother. I have only one brother. DRs means I have more than one brother. It may be two or more than two. Okay, children. The pronouns which, comma, who and whose are used in both clauses. So we have to some key points to keep in our minds. So which, who, whose are used in both clauses. Both clauses means defining relative clause and non-defining relative clause. The pronoun that can be used only in defining relative clause if there is, that is usually used to refer people and things. Where does the relative pronoun comes? It must come in defining relative clause. If there is the relative pronoun that is there, it must comes under defining relative clause. Okay, children. And this is usually used to refer people and things. ఓకే అంటే లివింగ్ అండ్ నాన్ లివింగ్ థింగ్స్ కూడా మనం యూజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఇఫ్ దేర్ ఇస్ దట్ ఇన్ అ సెంటెన్స్ ఇట్ మస్ట్ బి డిఫైనింగ్ రిలేటివ్ క్లాస్. ఓకే చిల్డ్రన్. ఓకే నెక్స్ట్ హూజ్ ఈజ్ యూజ్డ్ ఫర్ పీపుల్. Generally whose is used for people and often means frequently. It is used for the names of the countries, towns or rivers etc. means places also. Okay, but rarely used for things also. Rarely means now and then, infrequent. Okay, so we may whose for people, places and things. Okay children, I hope you understood very well about defining relative clause and non-defining relative clauses. Let us do the exercise children. Okay children, now read the text again and identify some more defining and non-defining relative clauses. There are some defining and non-defining relative clauses in our lesson. A reading attitude is altitude. So observe children. Nick, comma, was born in Melbourne, Australia, lives in Los Angeles. Whether it comes defining or non-defining relative clause. Okay, non-defining relative clause children. How did you identify? Because there are commas before the relative pronoun and after the completion of the clause. Okay, so if you remove the defining non-defining relative clause from who to Melbourne, it gives meaning or not? Yes. Nick, who was born in Melbourne, Australia, lives in Los Angeles. Means how many Nicks are there here? It is non-defining relative clause. What did I say? If we use non-defining relative clause, there must be only one person. So how many Nicks are there? According to our lesson, only one Nick. It is giving extra information of Nick. Even though we remove or delete the clause from who to Australia, it gives complete meaning. Okay children. Nick, who means here relative pronoun. Who belongs to what? Nick means person here. And he was అన్నట్టు ఇక్కడ who అంటే ఏమన్నట్టు and he. Nick and he was born in Melbourne, Australia. అంటే నిక్ ఎక్కడ జన్మించాడు? మెల్బోర్న్ ఆస్ట్రేలియాలోని మెల్బోర్న్లో. లివ్స్ ఇన్ లాస్ ఏంజల్స్. వేర్ డస్ హీ లివ్? లాస్ ఏంజల్స్ మీన్స్ యుఎస్ఏ. అంటే ఆస్ట్రేలియాలో పుట్టిండు కానీ అమెరికాలో ఉంటాడు. సో ఇప్పుడు మనం హూ నుండి ఆస్ట్రేలియా వరకు తీసేసినా కూడా అతడు అమెరికాలో ఉంటాడు అనే మీనింగ్ వస్తుంది. ఓకేనా? రైట్. సో అండ్ వి మే చేంజ్ ఇట్ DRC also if we remove comma before who and Melbourne. Okay children. Second example. When I was 13, I read a newspaper article about a disabled man. There is no comma before the relative pronoun, who had managed to achieve great things and help others, said Nick. Okay, so this is defining relative clause. So who refers to whom here? A disabled man. A disabled man, and he had managed to achieve great things and help others. This means defining relative class. There are so many disabled persons are there. అందులో మనకి ఏం చేస్తుంది, ఇక్కడ ఒకరి గురించి చెప్తుంది. ఓకే రైట్. థర్డ్ వన్, హీ ఆల్సో ప్లేస్ గోల్ఫ్ విత్ ఎ క్లబ్ దట్ ఈస్ టక్డ్ అండర్ హిస్ చిన్. సో what is the specialty of this sentence? Which relative pronoun is used in this sentence? That. So it comes under defining relative clause. Okay children, that అనేది ఉంది కాబట్టి ఇది ఖచ్చితంగా డిఫైనింగ్ రిలేటివ్ క్లాజ్ అనే చెప్పుకోవాలి. ఓకే రైట్. తర్వాత నెక్స్ట్ ఫోర్త్ వన్, హిస్ మమ్ ఇన్వెంటెడ్ ఎ స్పెషల్ ప్లాస్టిక్ డివైస్ దట్ meant he could hold a pen and pencil. So this one also must be defining relative clause. Why? Because that is used. Okay children. So next, Nick has a small foot on his left hip which helps him balance and enables him to kick. So whether it comes under defining relative clause or non-defining relative clause? Defining relative clause. Why? Because there are no commas before and after the relative clause. Okay children, next go to other. Next second bit, complete the sentences with a defining or non-defining relative clauses. So the first one, this is the peaceful place which is visited by a number of people every month or year. So this is defining relative clause. Why? Because there are no commas or hyphens before and after the relative clause. So this is the peaceful place. How many places are there? There are so many places are there, but we are discussing only one of it. Next, second, Mahaprasthanam is a popular book, comma, which is written by Sri Sri, which is written by Sri Sri, is read by lakhs of people. The Mahaprasthanam is a popular book, is read by lakhs of people. అంటే మనం విచ్ నుండి శ్రీశ్రీ వరకు తీసేసినా కూడా అది మనకు మీనింగ్ ఇస్తుంది. సో ఇది మహాప్రస్థానం గురించి ఏం చేస్తుంది, మనకి ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ చేస్తుంది. ఓకేనా? అంటే how many Mahaprasthanams are there? Only one is there. ఇక్కడ మహాప్రస్థానం అనేది ఎన్ని ఉన్నది, ఇక్కడ ఒకటే ఉంది. దాని గురించి మరి అది ఎవరు రాసిండ్రు? రిటన్ బై శ్రీ శ్రీ శ్రీరంగం శ్రీనివాసరావు. ఓకే నెక్స్ట్ థర్డ్, సురేష్ who is suffering from fever has left the school just now. Suresh who is suffering from fever has left the school just now. So whether it comes DRC or NDRC? DRC. How many Suresh are there? There are more than 2 or 3 in our school. మన స్కూల్లో ఎంతమంది ఉన్నారు? సురేష్లో ఇద్దరు లేదా ఇద్దరి కంటే ఎక్కువ ఉన్నారు. కానీ ఎవరు స్కూల్ను వదిలిపెట్టి వెళ్ళడం జరిగింది? ఎవరైతే who is suffering from fever. Okay, is it understanding children? Yes. If we want to make it defining non-defining clause, Suresh comma who is suffering from fever comma has left the school just now. అంటే ఇక్కడ మనం కామాలు పెడితే ఏమవుతుంది, అది ఎన్డీఆర్సీ అవుతుంది. అంటే మన స్కూల్లో సురేష్ అనే పిల్లవాడు ఒక్కడే ఉన్నాడు అనే మీనింగ్లో వస్తుంది. ఇలా కామా తీసేసినప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది అంటే సురేష్ అనే పేరు గల వాళ్ళు ఒకరికంటే ఎక్కువ ఉన్నారు. ఓకే చిల్డ్రన్, ఇస్ ఇట్ క్లియర్? రైట్ చిల్డ్రన్. నెక్స్ట్, is this the street which is named after Mahatma Gandhi? So this is also related to defining related clause. Next, the express comma which is late by 2 hours has just arrived. This is the express comma which is late by 2 hours has just arrived. అంటే ఇక్కడ ఎన్ని ఎక్స్ప్రెస్లు ఉన్నాయి? ఒకటే ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ ఉంది. ద ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ హ్యాస్ జస్ట్ అరైవ్డ్ అంటే వచ్చింది అంటాం. ఏదైతే ఒకటి ఉందో అది ఏమైపోయింది, 2 గంటలు లేట్ వచ్చింది అని. ఓకేనా? ఒకవేళ కామా తీసేసిన మనకు ఏమవుతుంది, అనేకం ఎక్స్ప్రెస్లు ఉన్నాయి కానీ అందులో లేట్గా వచ్చిన ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ ఇది అనే మీనింగ్ లో మనం వాడతాం. ఓకే చిల్డ్రన్, రైట్. సో ఆల్రెడీ we discussed defining and non-defining relative clauses, children. So already we discussed about the pronouns. మనం ఏమని చెప్పుకున్నాం, WH వర్డ్స్ క్వశ్చన్ వర్డ్స్ అనుకున్నాం కదా, కానీ అవి ఇందులో రిలేటివ్ ప్రొనౌన్స్ గా యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాం. వాట్ ఈస్ ఎ రిలేటివ్ ప్రొనౌన్? A relative pronoun is one which is used to refer to noun or pronoun mentioned previously. మనం ఏం చేస్తాం, ఇంతకుముందు పొందుపరిచిన దానికి బదులుగా, వెదర్ దే ఆర్ పీపుల్, ప్లేసెస్, థింగ్స్, ఎనిమల్స్ ఆర్ ఐడియాస్. రిలేటివ్ pronouns can be used to join two sentences. So what is the use of relative pronouns? To link or join two sentences. There are only few relative pronouns in our English language. The most common are, అంటే సాధారణంగా ఉపయోగించేటివి ఏంటి, whom, who, whomever. Okay children, so there are only a few relative pronouns in the English language. The most common are whom, who, whomever, whoever, whose, that, which. These are relative pronouns, and rarely where, when, what also used as a relative pronouns. Few rules for using relative pronouns. Relative clauses are typically introduced by relative pronouns. మనం ఇంతకుముందే చెప్పుకున్నాం కదా, ఆ రిలేటివ్ క్లాస్ డిఫైనింగ్ నాన్ డిఫైనింగ్ అనేది ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళైతే రిలేటివ్ ప్రొనౌన్ తోటి మొదలవుతుందో దాన్ని రిలేటివ్ క్లాస్ అన్నాం. అండ్ దట్ ద రిలేటివ్ ప్రొనౌన్ can function as a possessive pronoun, an object, or a subject. When relative pronouns introduced restrictive relative clauses, no comma is used to separate the restrictive clause from the main clause. In English or in American English, the relative pronoun whom is used rarely. So who is used in subjective case, whom is used in objective case. Children, you may notice this in conversation, but it is best to use the term when writing to ensure that your work is grammatically correct. Some more examples of relative pronouns, whatever we discussed previously. Again, the cyclist who won the race trained hard. So you have to decide whether it is defining relative clause or non-defining relative clause. Okay children, good. It comes under defining relative clause. Why? Very good. There are no commas or hyphens before the relative clause. Next, second one. The shirts that I bought yesterday are already stained. So which clause this one? So this is also defining relative clause. Okay children, why? There are no hyphens or commas. The 6 team leaders, comma, we have to be observe very careful whether before the relative pronoun is there comma or hyphen. We have to be observe very careful. So the 6 team leaders, comma, whoever the committee selects, comma, will be at tomorrow's meeting. So whether this is defining relative clause or non-defining relative clause? Non-defining relative clause. Why? There are commas applied. Okay children, very good. Pesarattu, comma, which we eat at least twice a week, is one of my family's favorite meals. Okay, pesarattu. ఇక్కడ ఇది కూడా మనం ఏమంటున్నాం, నాన్ డిఫైనింగ్ రిలేటివ్ క్లాస్. ఈవెన్ దో వి రిమూవ్ ద నాన్ డిఫైనింగ్ రిలేటివ్ క్లాస్. నాన్ డిఫైనింగ్ అంటే ఎక్స్ట్రా సమాచారం ఇస్తుంది అని చెప్పుకోవాలి. అది తీసేసినా కూడా మనకు పూర్తి సెన్స్ ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, సెన్స్ మీన్స్ మీనింగ్. ఇది నాన్ డిఫైనింగ్ రిలేటివ్ క్లాస్. నెక్స్ట్ ఫిఫ్త్ వన్. వేర్ డిడ్ యూ బై ద డ్రెస్ దట్ యూ వోర్ లాస్ట్ వీక్? ఓకే, సో ఇది కూడా ఏది మనకు defining relative clause. Sixth, the book, comma, when it was finally returned, comma, was torn and stained. So this one non-defining relative clause. Okay, even though we removed from when to return, it gives complete meaning. For example, the book was torn and stained. Is it giving complete meaning or not? Yes. Okay. The store on the corner, comma, where we usually buy all of our art supplies, comma, burned to the ground. The store on the corner burned to the ground. Okay, this is also non-defining relative clause. Eighth one, you can choose one person, whomever, comma, whomever you like, comma, to share the craze with you. So here whomever అంటే ఇక్కడ ఆబ్జెక్టివ్ కేస్, ఇక్కడ మనకు ఎవరినైతే ఇష్టపడతావో అనేది, ఇది కూడా మనకు ఎన్డిఆర్సి. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ మూవ్ టు అనదర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. ద బేబీ, కామా, హూజ్ నాప్ హ్యాడ్ బీన్ ఇంటరప్టెడ్, కామా, wailed loudly. Wailed means wept or cried. Nap means a small sleep, especially in a daytime. The baby, comma, whose nap had been interrupted, comma, wailed loudly. ఇక్కడ ఎంతమంది బేబీస్ ఉన్నారు? ఒకతే బేబీ ఉంది. ఆ బేబీ ఏం చేస్తుంది? ఆమె నిద్రకు భంగం కలిగితే ఏడ్చిందట. ఓకేనా? సో ఇక్కడ మరి కామాలు తీసేసినాం అనుకోండి, అప్పుడు అదేమవుతుంది? డిఫైనింగ్ రిలేటివ్ క్లాస్. అంటే అక్కడ అనేక మంది బేబీలు ఉన్నారు, అందులో ఎవరైతే ఆ నిద్రకు భంగం కలిగిందో ఆమె ఏడ్చింది అనే మీనింగ్లో వస్తుంది. కానీ డిఫైనింగ్ రిలేటివ్ క్లాస్లో ఒకతే బేబీ ఉంది అని మనం మీనింగ్ తీసుకోవాలి. నెక్స్ట్, సమ్ మోర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ఇన్ ద ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ మల్టిపుల్ చాయిస్ క్వశ్చన్స్. ఓకే చిల్డ్రన్. సో ద ఫెస్టివల్ comma dash lasted all day, comma, ended with a banquet. Banquet means dinner or feast. A option that, B option who, C option which, D option what. Okay, so which is the suitable answer? The which is the suitable answer. You have to write simply the letter C for this type of questions. You need not to write the word which. Okay children. Second, I am looking for someone dash can wash my dog while I go on vacation. Okay, so looking for someone. Someone means here the person, the relative pronoun which comes here, who is the suitable answer. Next, third, the police needed details dash could help identify the robber. So the third one is details, means here we want some details. That comes under the which is the suitable answer? That means C. I'd like to take you to a cave dash serves excellent coffee. I'd like means I'd, so here I would like. If there is V3 liked, we have to take it I had. Okay children, so you have to be observe the contracted forms also. I'd like means I would like. The full form of I'd is here I would like. Okay, if there is V1, you must take it as I would. If after add V3, you have to take it as I had. Okay children, but in this sentence I'd means I would like to take you to a cave dash serves excellent coffee. So here cave means place which serves. Okay, next, the clubhouse means nothing but a hotel. The clubhouse puta koti illu antam. The clubhouse, comma, in dash the dance was held, comma, housed about 200 people. How many people are there? A dance program lo ఎంతమంది ఉన్నారట? About means approximately or nearly, around. The clubhouse dash in which the dance was held, ఎక్కడైతే జరిగిందో. ఓకే, అక్కడ ఎంతమంది ఉన్నారట? 200 people ఉన్నారు. సో ఇది కూడా this comes under defining or non-defining? Non-defining relative clause means how many club houses are there? there is only one clubhouse. Okay, in that clubhouse, the dance was held. Okay, children, we have to understand whether it is used defining or non-defining clause. If defining clause, there are more than two or more than two. If it is belong to non-defining clause, there is only one option or person or place, whatever it may be. Okay, children, I hope you understood the defining and non-defining relative clause and what is relative pronouns and their uses. So you have to be practiced at home, and if you have any doubts, clarify next class. Okay, children, thank you.